Hello everyone, welcome to English Inspiration classes. Today we'll study the second part of sentences, which talks about the forms of sentences. There are 4 forms of sentences. The first one is declarative or assertive sentence, which talks about a statement. The second one is imperative sentence, which talks about some command or request. The third one is interrogative sentence, which asks a question, and the fourth one is exclamatory sentence, which talks about exclamation. Now, a broader category of sentences is affirmative or negative, as we discussed in the previous part of this series. Affirmative sentences talk about positive or something that is, and negative sentences talk about something that is not there. Both of them are present in declarative, imperative, and interrogative sentences. Let's see what assertive or declarative sentences are. Assertive sentences state a fact or make a statement and they end with a full stop, which means they do not include any sign of interrogation or exclamation. For example, the man is talking on the phone is an assertive sentence because it does not include any command, request, or questions. An important point to note here is sentences with indirect questions are also assertive. For example, the teacher wants to know why did you not do your homework? This is an assertive sentence. And on the other hand, if the question was why did you not do your homework, that would be an interrogative sentence. So this is the difference between assertive and interrogative sentences. Next up, we have imperative sentences. An imperative sentence expresses a command, polite request, instructions, offers or suggestions, or even advices. They usually end with a full stop, but in some cases they also end with exclamation mark. Now, this is something very important. The implied subject is mostly you in imperative sentences. For instance, put this bowl on the dining table. This is a command, but the implied subject is you here, which means you put this bowl on the dining table. Similarly, there are other examples as well, like please pass on the book to him. This is a request. Keep to the right, an instruction. Do your work on time. This is an advice. Everyone, breathe. This is a command but with an exclamation mark. Hence, all these examples are imperative sentences. Next up, we have interrogative sentences. An interrogative sentence asks a question, which is a very important identity marker for any interrogative sentence. The auxiliary verb comes before the subject, which is again very crucial for the formation of the sentence. It ends with a sign of interrogation or the question mark. Now let's have a look at the examples to get a better understanding of the interrogative sentences. The first example says, do you need a new pen? Here do is the auxiliary verb and you is the subject. And we can see verb comes before the subject. So this is important for interrogative sentences. The second example again, what are your hobbies? The verb here comes before the subject. And similarly in the third example, have they gone away? The verb comes before the subject. So this is how interrogative sentences can be formed. Now, an important part of interrogative sentences is the WH questions. Let's see where and how are they used. There are 3 major parts of WH words: interrogative pronouns, interrogative adjectives, and interrogative adverbs. Interrogative pronouns are who, whose, whom, what, and which. Who, whose, and whom are used only for persons or people. For example, who took my notebook? Whose book is this? Whom do you want to talk to? All these words are used for people. The difference between who and whom here is that who is used for subject and whom is used as an object. For example, who called you here? In this sentence, who is the subject and the object is called. In the second example, by whom are you called here? Here, whom becomes the object and you becomes the subject. So this is the difference between who and whom. The next pronoun is what, which is used for both people and things. In the first example, what is she doing here? It is used for a person. With person, it is usually asking about trade or profession. In the second example, what is kept here? what is used as a thing. So this is how what is used. The third pronoun is which. It is used for both people and things, and to select some person or thing from a group. A group is important. For example, which of these bags is yours? Now, here the speaker is asking which bag is yours from a group of bags or a bunch of bags. In the second example, similarly, which of the balls is green? Here again, a group of balls is being talked about. So a group is important when which is used. The second type of WH words are interrogative adjectives. These words usually ask a question based on adjectives. For example, what color, whose turn, which student, etc. The examples here explain it better. The ball is of what color? Whose turn is next for giving the presentation? Which student scored the highest marks? The answers to these questions are usually adjectives, hence they are called interrogative adjectives. The third type is interrogative adverbs. These are when, where, why, how long, how far, how soon. The example says, when is your birthday? Where do you put up? Why are you so upset? How long have you been here? All these examples are instances of interrogative adverbs. Another important part of interrogative sentences is the question tags. A question tag is a short question at the end of a statement. They are usually used to make a statement confirmed. There can be seen no changes in the tense of the sentence when a question tag is used. For example, she has done a brilliant job, hasn't she? Here hasn't she is the question tag which is confirming the first part of the statement that she has done a brilliant job. The question tags are formed with some basic rules. Let's see what they are. The first one says a positive statement includes negative question tag. As the example says, he has gone home, which is a positive statement, and the question tag here is hasn't he or has not he. On the contrary, negative statements have positive tags, like he has not gone home yet, which is a negative sentence, and the positive tag is has he. So this is how positive and negative statements make their question tags. The second rule says that when a sentence includes auxiliary verb, the same auxiliary is repeated in its question tag. For example, you are a great artist, aren't you? Here are is the auxiliary verb and it is again repeated in the question tag. The question tag here is negative because the first part of sentence is positive. On the other hand, if there is no auxiliary in the sentence, do, does or did is used in its tag. For example, he ran away. Didn't he? Ran is the verb here and didn't is used instead of auxiliary verbs. The third one is when I am is used in a sentence, the question tag includes aren't I. Now, I am is positive, that is why aren't I is used in the question tag, which is negative. I am a good singer, aren't I? The next rule says that in case of positive commands, both will you and won't you tag can be used based on the sentence. For example, recite a poem, will you? Please come in, won't you? On the other hand, in negative commands, only will you tag is used. Like, don't speak loudly, will you? In the fourth rule here, when let us is used in a sentence, shall we tag is used in its question tag. For example, let us go to the park, shall we? So this is how question tags are formed. The fourth type of sentences are exclamatory sentences. An exclamatory sentence expresses excitement, emotion, or some strong feeling. It contains special words called interjections like alas, phew, wow, hurrah, etc. It ends with a sign of interrogation, which is very important. Some examples of exclamatory sentences are alas, he is now dead. Wow, you look so beautiful. What a nuisance it is. Hence, all these examples are exclamatory sentences. So this is it for the video. Thank you for watching. Please like, share and subscribe to our YouTube channel. Also follow us on Instagram and Facebook. For any other ideas or suggestion, kindly comment down below in the comments section.